All right, now we're going to look at multiplying binomials. In the last section, we looked at factoring binomials. Now we're going to multiply binomials. Multiplying binomials is just like the distributive property on steroids. You have to distribute everything in the first parenthesis to everything in the second parenthesis, and you don't want to skip any parts. If there's just two pieces here and two pieces here, it's called a binomial and a binomial. If you are multiplying two binomials, you can use the FOIL method. And FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. So FOIL, F-O-I-L. So first piece here and first piece here, this is going to be our first. So F is x times 4x. Or 4x to the second power. Outer is the outer two pieces, so x times 3, which is 3x. Inner is the inner two pieces, so negative 6 times 4x. And then last is the last piece in the first parenthesis and the last piece in the second parenthesis. So it's going to be a negative 6 times a positive 3. And there's our answer, except we have some like terms we should put together. This and this are like terms, so we'll keep the 4x squared at the beginning. This is going to add to negative 21x, and this is going to subtract to 18. So this is the answer we would get. Now, in just a few lessons, we're actually going to start with a trinomial, and we're going to try and split it back into the two binomials that it started with. So keep that in mind as you're working these out. Watch where your numbers are coming from and think about the problems as you do them. It'll help you when we go to factor here in a couple days. Okay, if you have a trinomial times a binomial, in other words, you don't have just two terms here, you have more than that, you have to go through the process and take the time to distribute every term in the first parenthesis times every term in the second parenthesis. So the 2x squared, we're going to distribute to both pieces over here. So 2x squared times x and 2x squared times the negative 3. That gives me 2x to the third. This gives me negative 6x to the second. Next, I'm going to distribute the negative 3x to both pieces over here. So negative 3x times x and negative 3x times negative 3. That's going to give me negative 3x to the second and positive 9x. And then we'll distribute the positive 1. So 1 times x and 1 times negative 3. 1 times x is just 1x, and 1 times negative 3 is minus 3. Now, we should go through and combine any like terms that we have as our final step. I don't see any other x to the thirds. I see these two x to the second, so we'll put those together. I see these x's, so we'll put this, remember this is a 1, so we'll put that together. And then I don't see any more of these either, so I'll just bring that down. So my final answer looks like that. There is a formula that you may eventually see for factoring a binomial and a trinomial. We're not going to get into that just yet though.